So here are the products I used on Irina to create the Maleficent inspired look. First, we put on some moisturiser. This is a light, not too heavy, water-based moisturiser. I then went in with the primer and the foundation, which was a mix, so I could do a light contouring system. I then went in with more pigmented concealers. These are by Kryolan. And I then started to set the makeup. And this was done with this Prep and Prime powder, which is very light, it has very small molecules, and it means that it doesn't overload the face with makeup. I then went in with a little bit more contouring. This is a foundation powder by MAC, and that just enabled me to ensure that there is a flawless finish. After that, we started the contouring. This is my cheek palette I use for this. There are lots of peach tones, there's some more colder tones there. On Irina I was using this kind of end really. And after that, to make the cheeks really, really stand out, I actually used some black powder. The technique for that is to cover the brush ever so delicately to ensure that the product is all over it. And so when I was using it on her cheek, I wouldn't just go straight in. You need to go in very delicately so you can see how much product is on the cheek and if it's given the desired outcome that you want. So ever so slowly you're building it up, and when you're happy, you can start to go in with a bit more and go in with more sweeping motions. To finish the contouring, after we had the shadow, I then went in with a light tone. So I have several light tones. I have these cream and vanilla tones. Some are matte and some are iridescent. For any areas like the top of the brow bone, just here, we really, really want to make that to jump out in the same way that we want here to jump out. So I'll be usually using those kind of powders here, here, and perhaps inside the eye as well. And that just enables it to bounce out even more. I then went in with some kohl pencil. This is an Indian kohl pencil, black, along the waterline of the eye, top and bottom, inside. I then went in with the gel eyeliner in black to produce that lovely cat flick. I then went in with a nice red lipstick and with a really, really thick lip gloss. It's very thixotropic, and it means that even if you're putting lots on, like in this look, it won't be dropping off too quickly. I then went in with mascara, using disposable mascara wands for cleanliness, one for each eye, and my tried and tested applicator stick technique. At any point, if you feel that you've been through all of the system and you are not happy with the outcome, you can always go back and repeat a step. You can add a little bit more shadow, you can add a bit more highlight, and so on until you're happy with the outcome. These are the brushes I used for this look. This brush would be used for moisturiser and foundation. And a brush like this would be used for the concealing aspect. It's smaller so I can get much more detail. I would then set the makeup with a large face brush all over, and then for any more particular areas I would go in with a smaller one. This is when I would start shading the cheeks around the jawline and around the eye area with the peach tones. I would then get more specific with the brushes for darker shading using a brush like this. Around the eye area, where we need brushes to be very small so we can get full control of the pigment, I would then start with a brush like this. This is a brush that I would put some of the brown pigment on, and then some black as well, and it means that we can really, really open out the eye area. A brush like this would be used for the brows to define those, which was done with shadow in a nice brown tone, as well as using a pencil to get the desired consistency and tone. I then went in highlighting with a brush like this. It's very soft and very small, which means I can coat the eyebrow and the inside of the eye area with ease. When putting on the lipstick, I was using a brush like this, which is large but not too large, so I can still get full control over the area. I would then do the lip liner in a brush like so. The eyeliner was done using this brush, the gel eyeliner. It's very small, so I can get lots and lots of control over it. These brushes are just for blending. So now that's covered, we can start with the hair for Maleficent. So now we're going to be making Irina's hair look like the Maleficent horns. It's going to be more of a fashion kind of style instead of the hat and the prosthetic horns.